But when he's on the field, you got to give it to him. He's an absolute beast. Welcome to Pigskin Passion TV. And it's your boy, the Black Mamba. And guys, we back. We back for another one. Season number 2, episode number 62. And it's your boy, the Hall of Famer, Black Mamba. And guys, tonight we're going to break down some of these wide receiver picks coming from the 12 pick. So if you are last in your draft at the number 12 pick, you especially actually lean in a little bit. This is a cheat code for you. So these are some players you need to be looking at in your draft if you're the number 12 pick. All right, back to our regular scheduled program. All right, guys. So if you're number 12 and you're looking at a drafting strategy, I've been using this strategy pretty much for years, and it's a pretty good strategy, guys. So I want to go over the wide receivers that I'll be looking at number 12, and I'm going to break them down from number 1 to number 5. So let's jump right into it. At the number 5 wide receiver, if he's available, I will go with Justin Jefferson. And before you say he's going to be gone, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Initially in this draft, he was my number 1, but it's too many unknowns with the Vikings offense this year, starting at the quarterback position. He no longer has Kirk, his cousin, and the rookie who they drafted to replace Kirk Cousins this year, J.J. McCarthy, is out for the season with the meniscus tear. So now he's relegated to journeyman Sam Darnold, who's been around for a minute. And just me personally, I feel like this is a significant downgrade. And honestly speaking, I hope that he's not even available. I hope that when it's my turn to pick, this is not a dilemma for me, because if it is, I can't pass him over. But I would rather someone else pick him and have those headaches, because I really don't have a good feeling about his season this year. In addition, last year he missed quite a few games. He only played like 8 games last year. But when he's on the field, you got to give it to him. He's an absolute beast. And he set career highs last year for target share across those 8 games. And the crazy thing about it, last year, he only played in 8 games, but he only played 4 games with Kirk Cousins last year. So we don't need to make a case for this guy. When he's out there on the field, no matter who's tossing him the ball, you got to throw it to him, and he's going to go get it. But by that same token, I'd rather have a quarterback that I can depend on and I know that's going to be able to get you the ball. So long story short, I don't feel the warm and fuzzies with Sam Darnold being the quarterback. But if he's there, I will pick him. Number 4 on my list is Garrett Wilson of the New York Jets. And in Garrett's first 2 years, he's been a silent assassin. It's only 17 receivers out there that they can say they've done what he's done over the last 34 years. And that is go for over 2,145 yards, which is his total for the first 2 seasons. He's been able to do this with a less than stellar quarterback. Last year, he lost his Hall of Fame quarterback in the first game of the year, in Aaron Rodgers. And even with the poor quarterback play, he was still targeted 168 times, which went for 4th most in the league. And this year, he's got A-Rod back, so I expect his numbers to go up. And at number 3, my number 3 wide receiver is A.J. Brown. And if you guys followed me last year, I have a special place in my heart for this guy. He was one of the biggest reasons I was able to pull a championship out last year. And over the last 3 years, he ranks number 3 in receiving yards over the past 2 seasons. Last year, he had career highs in targets at 158 targets, had 106 catches. He was number 5 among wide receivers in yardage at 1,456 yards. The thing that kind of has me a little skittish about him this year is they have a new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore. So you never know how those things are going to go. In addition to that, DeVonta Smith may eat into a little bit of his target share. On another day, we may talk about DeVonta Smith. But if this guy is available, I like him. He would be my number 3 on my list. At number 2 is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Last year, he was one of the best wide receivers in fantasy. He missed a game, and he still ranked 3rd among wide receivers in total points across all formats. And this offseason, he got his big payday. He got a 4-year, $120 million extension with $77 million of that guaranteed. So he got his money before camp even started, which is good. I always like to see players that I'm looking at in camp, ready, getting in shape, ready to play when the season starts. He also finished 13th or higher 11 times last year. And check this out. No other receiver had more than 10, and just 4 others had 9 such weeks where they finished at that high. So I like this guy. He has a lot of potential this year. I like the offense. I think that he's going to be one of the ones that this might be his breakout year. All right, guys. The moment we all been waiting for. My number 1 pick is Ja'Marr Chase. I got a little bit of a man crush on this offense. Last season, he got off track with Joe Burrow being hurt at the start of the season, playing through injury. You know, Joe Burrow was hurt at the beginning of the year with the calf injury. And then he got over that, and they had a little bit of a 4 or 5 game run where they were looking like they were going to dominate and go to the Super Bowl. And then Joe Burrow gets hurt with the wrist injury, and he's out for the season. So this year, as long as Burrow can stay healthy, I think Chase is primed to finish top 5 at the wide receiver position this year. Despite being without his all-world quarterback last year, Chase still finished number 11 at wide receiver. And check this out. In Chase's 3 seasons as a pro, he's played with a healthy Joe Burrow 2 of those seasons and 1 season without him. And this is how he's fared since he's been in the league. The first year, he was the 5th best wide receiver in PPR. The second year, he was the 3rd best wide receiver in PPR points per game. And last year, he finished at number 11. So with a healthy Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase, I think Chase is unstoppable. That's why he's the guy that I'm looking for. Honestly speaking, I really don't think he's going to fall to me at number 12. It's wishful thinking. I hope that he does. And I'm just kind of looking at the board to see, which top guys like CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill, I know they'll probably be gone by the time it rolls around to me, which if those guys roll, I may take a look at them. I may have to take a look because I'm actually planning on those guys being gone before it's time for me to pick at 12. But I kind of base all of my information based on guys that are ranked higher being gone by the time it comes to me. Of course, in the draft, you have to be ready to pivot at any time because, a player that you wasn't expecting to fall to you, come to you, and hey, you got to go ahead and pull the trigger. But if everything goes accordingly, I think this is how things will shape up for me to be able to pick one of those 5 guys. So guys, there you have it. Those are our wide receiver picks. I'll come back to you with the quarterbacks that I like here in a few days. And we're going to build a team this year that's going to be dominant, guys. I like that we are ahead before the draft starts. So I'll be picking the top 5 quarterbacks at number 12 for me in my next video. And then we'll go to tight ends and defense, all the boring stuff after that. So guys, I hope this information has been valuable to you, that you can take to your drafts to dominate your leagues. And guys, beat it up in the comments what you think about these top 5 wide receiver picks that I've given you at the number 12 spot. And before we go, guys, I got a public service announcement. Spike that like, comment, subscribe, and it's your boy, the Black Mamba, out.